See if you can nail him. Dash Slim Twitcher. Oh, they're coming in, eh? Let it run. Let it get. Another one of mine. Hey?
Absolute beauty.
Another one. In the panty wanny. On the plate. That point there where you are, over there's a good spot.
And then step up off that one.
Got a beauty.
Beauty.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. So Dan and I are still in Cape York, far north Queensland, in a super remote river system. We're not going to tell you where it is, you'll have to watch the last episode, but right up the east coast in the middle of nowhere. We've been chasing barramundi all morning, and now the tide's starting to push back in. We've found our camp. We haven't set anything up yet, but we've got mud shell for dinner. We caught them on the last episode, and we're just about to chase some queenies with this tide pushing in. So make sure you jump back, watch the last episode, let us know what you think, and get ready for some action.
Oh, big barra on. Big barra on.
Oh, get it. Just gone and done it with the bomber on. Take it easy, steady mate, steady.
It hasn't got it good.
You're a bit close to the end of the boat.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think went wrong?
So then, did you guys see that? You did, it's on, that was a proper one.
What do you think went wrong? I don't know.
I think you only had this much leader sticking out the end of your rod.
Yeah. Thing literally just came up so slow. And I was letting it float like that, and he's going, and then next thing, bang. But then as soon as he grabbed it though, he just relaxed and he cruised all the way until he got in here.
And then he went silly.
And then he put on a show.
He realised he was hooked, saw the boat.
He was hooked with me and the bomber. He thought,
I think he saw the look of you and thought, geez, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
He saw that big.
I'm going in again to have another crack at him.
So when you're up here in far north Queensland, you have to wear your belt on the outside of your shirt like that. Especially if you've got a little dick. You want your knife to be hanging down where your dick should be.
Well, people at home are getting a lot of fashion tips off me these days. So, mate, they probably don't know. I've been on the catwalk many a time. Not modelling.
What? You're supposed to drop the plonk back here when I stopped the motor. Hang on. We're in a spot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mate,
You see what I've got to put up with? I motored the boat. I said, we're going back there. Motored the boat. Turned the bloody motor off.
Motored the boat.
Turned the motor off, and Dan just cast the lure back out without dropping the plonk.
Oh well.
Now we're up here in the shallows.
I didn't spend 5 minutes in the front of the boat crying because I lost it.
Oh!
Let me get right in there.
Oh, get that camera away. Alright, yeah. Fair call.
The only thing, we're too far away because you can't actually see.
Because you can't cast that far, can you?
Well,
if you wanted to come back out,
I reckon that was my
let me up the front here.
No.
With my twitch.
I reckon that's probably the biggest one I've had so far.
I reckon it was.
It definitely was.
I reckon it was. That was a good one.
It was nowhere near a metre, but...
How is this river?
Oh.
How is this remote, bloody middle of nowhere river?
Like casting a plasticator. But yeah. One of the better fighters. Whoa!
Bit of a run.
Going for a run. Got the joggers on. Trying to balance the boat up here. Either.
Another fish on the slim twitcher.
I'm sort of stoked not having that hand piece in.
We're going to push up stream here now. This tide's just starting to push in. We came up here before, probably another 100 metres, and the water was too low, we couldn't get through. I'm thinking there's going to be some really good holes around these corners. They're pretty exciting, eh? We're only like 150 metres into the mouth. It's going to be exciting to get up here and see what's around. It is. Nice jack. Jeez, this river is full of jacks.
Yeah, the jack. Prolific.
Another nice little creek jack. But it's definitely slowed down. We saw that barra swim by, so we stopped, but I think I reckon we lift the plonk and keep going upstream. Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Get out of there, you bitch!
Barra?
Oh, it's around the bloody camera. Oh, man! That's it. That's a big trevally.
Oh no.
Big trevally. Don't you dare. Mate, I think I need to nearly net this thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Watch that rod. That is a big trevor.
That is some... See this fella here, just been belted through here by something. He's lost out all his skin, he's right down to flesh. Something's had a really good chop at him, but he's back in. So this is the control center on the bow of the boat. This is where all the brain work happens up here. As they say, the arse end of the donkey. That's us down here. These are the little systems, big sandbank running around here, and this is this other little system on the side here that we've just been looking at.
So does this wrap around here?
Yes, it does, eh?
Bend.
So it's a big...
Look at it, and then bends back.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's Tinny, the ultimate little Tinny there. And that shows you we're in the middle of nowhere. Once again.
Right, we're going to retreat. We just came around that bend, and as you can see, it's like 50 mil deep. It's just too shallow to get up there at the moment. He's got a Trevor on.
We've been chasing with the drone. Can't get one.
Fish in the boat. So yeah, we are a long way up the coast from where our main camp was. If you've been watching the latest episodes, we've jumped in our little tinny and we're on a tinny adventure. Not sure exactly how far up the coast we've come, but it was a long way, and we've packed the boat for maybe 2 nights. We've got the hammocks and all that stuff to sleep up in the trees up here. He's a big white belly seagull. Look, he's going to land on something. No. See that? Yeah, his talons out ready to come in and swoop on something. Yeah, we're going to camp out down here. When we run out of fresh water, we'll head back. Just going to eat fish and mud shell and hopefully mud crab as well. So it's going to be plenty of action, so stick around. I'm going to get a lure in the water here whilst this tide's coming in, and before it gets dark. And then, I don't know, we'll take you back to camp, set up the hammocks, get a fire going, get some hot coals and cook dinner on the coals. You look like you want to make out with him.
He's a bleeder. Yeah, mate.
So the trick is to get the lure in nice and deep so the barra hit it before it gets to the trevally. Because the trevally, like this, they're on it, they're just a pain in the ass. I know, they're hitting it. Ah! You literally can't not catch it. This is what fishing's like up here, guys. Dan and I are trying not to catch fish. Oh.
Not bad.
They're a pain in the ass. So this time of night this time of the afternoon things get a little bit more serious. When we don't have much food with us, or pretty much no food, we got some wraps. And we could make damper, we got flour. It goes from having fun, catching and releasing. I honestly think we've released about 40 fish today.
Oh.
Was that a roll? But we're not going to starve, we're going to have trevally at the end of the day. But yeah, we want to catch a nice yummy fish for dinner now. So we've got the mud shell back there at camp, which our good mate Woe, he's the traditional owner of these lands, and we're actually on the border here of the Lama Lama mob and the Umpala clan, which are on the other side of the river here. And this used to be, well, it still is, I suppose, common ground where, you know, for thousands of years they've both been able to hunt in this area and share this river system. So it's really special that Dan and I are allowed to be in here. And now tonight we're hunting in here, trying to catch our dinner. All right, things just changed real quick. We just decided that, I don't know, the sun's not that long, right?
Yeah, but it drops quickly.
It does.
It does drop super quick.
It's just got that feel about it, like it's getting late, and the tide is really high. The fishing just completely changed. It went from barra fishing to not being able to get a lure back to the boat because the trevally was so thick. Yeah, so we got a couple of small, we were just like, you literally couldn't get a lure back to the boat, and we're trying to get a barra for dinner, and then we just thought, let's just get a little trevally each.
Still nice.
Yeah.
They're fresh, so they're going to be nice.
Yeah, and we've got some wraps there with some like Mexican taco sauce. So we're going to do some little wraps. There's nothing else to put on them.
Might even get a guest appearance from Dan for Dan. Maybe. Just,
Maybe. We might get him in on a chopper.
Yeah, see what's going on.
And mud shell. So that's going to be exciting. Mud shell is amazing. Wait till we cook this up. And look at this tide roaring in. It is absolutely insane. When we came in here this morning, it was like this, but going the other way, hey?
We would have seen that the last episode at lunchtime there, how it was just pushed so far out.
Yeah. So technically we should be safe. We need to have a quick swim. And yeah, like Dan said, this was super shallow just here, so hopefully we can have a quick dip. It's going to be a lot safer than this side.
Yeah.
And then yeah, back to our little camp spot, and filleting knife is under you. And yeah, dinner time. Fire and dinner and hammock. Should be just in here.
Hello,
How good's the setup? So we got lure boxes, this is all dry storage. Knives and knife sharpener.
And it gets wet on the front here, eh?
It does.
Pulling the block in all the time and climbing in and out of the boat, and it never gets wet.
If you haven't seen the episode, what's it called?
The ultimate little big
That's it. Little Big Boat, Little Big Tinny, or something like that. One of our episodes. Jump back and watch that when we do like a full review on the boat, and it shows you like these channels that run the full length of that front cast deck. So if a wave comes over, that all flushes out down here onto the main deck and then goes underneath, under the boat. There's lots of little tricks in this boat and it works really well. So
I think I've just taken the edge off that nicely.
oh, cool. Just what you want, a fillet of fish. Alright, we're going to get into it. Alright, something that's pretty critical. If you guys watch all our episodes, you've probably seen something like this in the past. But when we do these trips down or up the coast, wherever we go, and we're based out of the tinny, we need to get back to our main camp or back home safely. Having your tinny secure at night is pretty key. So basically I always run an anchor line out the front. I've got the bonking as well, just as a second point of connection there to the bow. And then I reverse the boat in and tie the stern off to a tree. And then at night, I give that a little bit of slack so that the boat can come out away from this bank and be drifting out here in the open. And then in the morning, or if you need to come down and get something out of the boat, you can just pull it in with that stern line. That way in the morning, hopefully, the boat's not going to be pulled hard up here on the bank. You can see there's a big drop off there. If the boat's sitting on there at night, the tide runs out, and it's up on the piss, and then the tide comes in and there's any kind of suction, your boat can be full of water. And it's just going to go straight to the bottom. So I want to get home in one piece, get back to my family. So I always spend a bit of time and just make sure I got this right. And then you sleep better as well, knowing that the boat's safe. But anyway, we've cleared the boat out. I've got my car keys, I've got my phone. Actually, I've got to grab my phone, get all the important stuff. So if anything does happen, you've got a sat phone or whatever to call for help. Let's grab my phone. Alright. Got my cup of tea. Got the jet boil. Got the spear gun. I'm just going to kick the boat back out. Then you can see there that it's free from that edge. Hopefully it's just going to float there nicely. I'll come back down and check it later. Let's get up the camp.
Well, this is base station for the night. Under these two trees. I think you would have seen that in the last episode. We came in and had a bit of a scout around.
We'll pick some trees up here. Oh, sand's nice and warm under the feet too.
Plenty of good firewood.
Plenty of firewood.
Lots of firewood.
I like to look at these two over here.
Yeah. At lunchtime, and that's actually what I got to do. Go get these mud shells, eh?
Oh Dan, you've got one.
Mud shell. Woo! Found the honey hole.
Yes. And what we've found is normally when you find one.
Yep.
Here we go, mud shell bag.
So probably passed me first test. I found the bag where we left the mud shell in. It's always a good start. Rightio. Oh, look how dark it is in here with the foliage. I mean, look outside there. Still heaps of light, and just come in here and it's just still so moist, damp. No wonder everything sort of lives and breathes and exists in the mangroves. So, and then you come out here and it's like we're in the Arabian desert. Rightio, these are the choices. There's not too many, but what do you reckon? Maybe pull it tight. I like to be 6 foot off the ground. 6 foot, I'm comfortable. Any lower than that, I'm like, think I'll be able to chew me ass. But I don't know, what do you reckon? That looks pretty good from there. And we could probably clear some of these branches here and sling right out to there. Might be a good mate, let Nath have that little spot. Since I got that good high spot there when we're out at Breakfast Creek on the river now, so that was a nice little camp spot, top of that high tree. Even off here, this little section here, I could nearly swing from there straight across and out onto that limb through there. And then what I'll have this section here of the tree to be able to actually climb up into the hammock, and that's probably adds a little bit of protection as well. So, God, don't tell me they can climb as well. Holy hell, then we're really in trouble. But I'll keep the camera rolling. I'll put the camera somewhere so you can see us set them up again. They're pretty cool. That's a Hennessy hammock. You guys have probably seen us use them heaps, but they're a good little hammock. They're really cool. What the best thing is underneath, they're pretty nice and thick, the underlay of the hammock. So what happens when the mozzies are really bad, normally a lot of the hammocks, the mozzies just nail you through the bottom of the hammock if you haven't got a mattress or whatever. So, but these guys, like if it's really hot and you just want to lay in that hammock and zip it up with a fly screen through it, and the fly screen's really nice, tight little fly screen as well. So you can sort of really, it'll stop the midges, which is a big thing. I'm going to let you in a little secret about midges. I only just found that out today, but tiger balm. Mate, they have been nailing us here. Like, not here, but where we've been camping, and out when you're out in the boat, out in those mangroves, absolutely demolish you. Same with the mozzies. So mate, I literally got a bit of tiger balm. That's the only thing we had on board, and I literally rubbed it all over my legs, and I reckon it gave me, like, I put a fair bit on, but like I reckon probably 2 hours midgie free. So anyway, there's a hot little tip. Get your tiger balm and rub it on. Anyway, I was actually thinking for you, if you want, like up in here, up there, and like we were saying, or even come out a bit further, maybe there. Looks pretty strong, that tree. That's actually probably more of a safety thing. Make sure the tree's pretty strong before you go tying off to it.
You know what the most dangerous thing is Dan's knots.
Oh yeah.
Go back to, actually I don't think we filmed it.
No, we didn't film it. So there's probably no real evidence, Your Honour, that it actually happened. So no, it did. I tied Nate's hammock one night up in the Wenlock.
Really high.
Really high. I hopped in mine and I was still waiting. He was going into bed, and next thing I see him hop in, and it was just like on the ground, and I'm just going, shit. I know what that is. I was trying not to laugh, and all I could say was, "You right, mate?" It
was on a hill too. Remember, I fell
and
then rolled down the hill. So now I tie my own knots.
Yeah, and I get Nate to tie my fishing knots. I don't trust myself anymore. But anyway, yeah, I reckon from here across to there, maybe I could get the machete and knock that little limb off. And what I was going to do, because I thought this might be cool too, I'm going to go from here.
We're in the same tree.
We'll have to, eh? But what I was going to do is go from here, then sling across to there, and like sort of maybe extend this out a little bit, and then hang it out that way.
I like it. Just hang them up in the trees like this. Find a tree that you can climb up in and walk along and step in.
I'm going to give you a trial run right now. Live trial run.
Here we go. This is what the viewers have been waiting for. I nearly fell out of the tree.
But this is probably not the best setup, but you got to adjust yourself to the situation of the tree you're in.
Yeah.
So
if you want to see the best setup, this one is here.
Yeah. But
here we go.
My aim in the Hennessy hammock is to be safe and not die. That knot doesn't feel real, is it? Oh no, it's just on the tree, I think. It's always a bit ginger when you first get in, because I see that trusty knot. Whip it up like that. For any of the critters come in. Good night from Dan.
It's like a cocoon in the trees. We're safe. It really means a lot to us when we're up here in these crazy places. Free from mosquitoes, high from the crocodiles. Now all we've got to do is start a fire, cook this fish we just caught, climb into bed. Well, that's it for another day for us.
Big day today.
It was.
Cracker.
It was a mission to get here. Heaps of fishing. It's tough, we're tired. We've got the hammocks up high in the trees like you guys saw.
Smorgasbord of food.
Yeah, let's show you that. So we've got, this is the trevally. We're gonna do, we've got 1 pack of wraps and we've got this taco sauce. which I think should be good.
Yeah, I just actually had a piece of the trevally and it was like
Did you?
spot on
You
there,
snuck a bit in.
It was spot on, eh? It was really nice.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so trevally and strips, and then Dan has whipped up a damper over here.
The damper's looking good.
How much longer on that, mate?
I reckon another 25.
Another 25?
Yeah, I think
So it's
25.
dessert.
Yeah.
Dessert, and then we can pick at it tomorrow too. We're treating ourselves. We've got a big jar of maple syrup in the box here.
Get some light just in case that light, I don't know.
Is the light not working?
Yeah, it is, but I don't know if people can see us.
We're running head torches out here. As you guys know, we're in the middle of nowhere, so we're limited to what we can bring. There's no full setup. And we've also got mud shell. You want to throw them on, mate? Yeah. This is our new delicacy.
This is why we don't worry about going crabbing anymore. We go mud shelling. So straight in the fire, we just gave them a small wash in the bucket of salt water.
Give me that.
Just to clean them out. And then it's pretty much straight on the fire and the coals like so. And I don't know what, maybe about they're tears of joy, tears of smoke.
We don't even know yet.
Yeah, I reckon they're about 15 minutes.
I reckon about that too.
Yep, roughly about 15.
But basically, you're just waiting for them to open up. Once they open up, they then get, Wells taught us that they get like a, once they go slightly brown, they're normally ready for the inside. Well, they're like half cooked then, so they're juicy and yum.
Yep, and they open up, they'll just go like that and start opening up, and you can,
yeah.
And it depends on how far open is how far cooked they are too.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
yep, that's them on the coals. That's it.
Big wrap out from Wild Reaches, 101 base camp.
Yeah.
Wild River.
We're gonna dig in, middle of nowhere, under the stars, in our epic little tree setup.
As much as we know, Southern Cross is pointing that way, so that we know that's south.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
That's all we know. And we know we've got smoke in our eyes and it's burning. So we're gonna...
I know I've got fish here that I want to eat. So, see ya.
Let's dig in. Good night, guys.
That's my girl.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the one.
Guys, 200 ml of water. I reckon he hit that.
Yep.
Oh, he's put on the gills.